Hello, everyone, and welcome back-to-back episodes of Illiana Stock Car Radio.
Overachieving this month.
We had a pre-Bettenhausen episode, now a post-Bettenhausen episode.
It's almost like this is an important race to us.
Almost. Well, welcome in, episode 41, Illiana Stock Car Radio.
God, we're getting old.
Yeah, we're over the hill now. 41.
Yeah, 41.
So, yeah.
We've done more episodes than I've been old.
Me too. And I'm getting older.
I'm older than you.
You got older last week, and I get older next week. So, so we're still doing all right, though. I think we're still doing all right.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I mean, it's gotten to the point that the golf cart I use out at Grundy is very convenient.
The one I have here in the garage is very convenient.
I enjoy it. I still got like 12,000 steps Saturday night, but that golf cart saved my life.
Yeah, see, that's what that old age does to you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to save those joints, man. Awesome show for you tonight.
Yeah.
We've got now two-time, back-to-back. Yeah, how many times can we say two-time?
Just twice. We don't want to totally go 5-time Booker T.
Yeah, so...
Or I guess in racing, 5-time be Bill Service.
Yeah, either way, however you want to look at it. So two-time and back-to-back Bettenhausen winner, Paul Shafer Jr. We got an interview with him coming up. I look forward to putting that out there to you guys so you can hear what he had to say about his win. I guess we can review the Bettenhausen a little bit. You were there.
I was there. So I took pictures of it.
Yeah.
I took a lot of pictures of it.
Yeah. So winners, obviously, Paul Shafer Jr. took the big late model prize. Mark Ross Jr. took the street stock.
And a car that it looked like he assembled it that day. And I think somebody asked Billy if they put the car together that day, and Billy confirmed that yes, that was a thrown together last minute race car.
Well, it must have threw it together real well.
Well, and it's Billy Gerald's and Marky Ross. They have made an amazing team since they got together.
That is true. And so he took the street stock feature, and Joe D'Ambrose. How is this not Joe D'Ambrose Jr.? I don't know.
It is. So it is Joe D'Ambrose Jr. So I don't know if it's like Junior, but it's the son of Joe D'Ambrose.
Yes. So really, all of your winners Saturday night were juniors.
Yeah, actually. So I hadn't thought about that.
When I put the script together, I noticed that. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I don't know if that's ever happened before, but all your feature winners in the evening were juniors, but. I don't know.
That is a Stan Kalazinski question. A question for our former guest, Stan Kalazinski.
That'll be trivia somewhere.
You're going to have to edit that into something that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's better when it doesn't make sense. It's more authentic, more genuine.
You've been talking to Ricky again.
Honestly, I'm just too lazy to edit it. Let's just be honest. So congratulations to all the winners of the Bettenhausen. How was the show?
It was good. It was a little long there towards the end because
it wasn't 1 in the morning.
No, it wasn't that long, thank God. But pretend I'm channeling Daryl here, and cautions breed cautions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, especially when you're getting deep into a feature, and
and the tires are starting to wear out,
and everybody's falling out of the seat.
Patience is gone, and because they ran the first 70 or so laps, I think there was one caution, and then the late models got off the track, and the imposter late models got on, because then there was like a caution every other lap.
The imposter late models. And that's not exactly how you called it out earlier, but we won't go there. But a lot of
more than 11 cars finished, and it wasn't 3 in the morning. So
I mean, talk about cars. It was a stacked field.
If there were, I think, 5 or 6 cars that were there Friday night that had issues, there could have easily been 40 entries to this race. I haven't seen 40 late models in the same place. I don't remember when. It was. This is like 90s, at least as far as I can remember, 90s Illiana Bettenhausen, when you'd get, all of the ArtGo guys and some Michigan guys, and everybody'd be there. Mm-hmm.
Well, we talked to Steve Bechtel last week, and he was kind of running down the entry list. We had
a Canadian,
a kid from Canada,
and that you'll hear about that here later. I'm predicting the future.
Yeah, that's an inside joke here. You'll hear about here in a little bit. You had folks from over
there was
New
five cars from South Bend, New Paris, 2 from Rockford.
So, I mean, you definitely had cars coming from all over. Yeah. So, props to the Grundy County Speedway people for their marketing, promotion, and the purse, and those from the other tracks that helped spread the word to increase cars. So,
just because I have to say this, all the winners. That was great. Everybody loved the people that won. But I think the biggest applause of the night was when they introduced Dan Odell during the out-of-car introductions. I don't think there was a person there that didn't want to see Dan Odell start that race.
Oh, man, he just gets out there and just trucks on through, man.
Yeah, he does that. He is like... I'm not even really sure how to describe him other than he was racing out there before there was a racetrack to race on.
Racing in the cornfield?
Yeah. But like Dan Odell is kind of the heart and soul of Grundy County Speedway.
Well, and like you said, good to see him out there still going through. And like I said, a lot of cars, stacked field.
Yeah.
Like you said, you had Paul Shafer Jr., Eddie Hoffman, DJ Weltmeyer,
right.
Anthony Dante. I mean, just
Ricky Baker, John. There were potentially only 3 made, but there were potentially 4 this year track champions that could have made the race.
Yeah, we had that discussion just a little bit ago.
Yeah, John Reynolds from Rockford. You're going to have to insert the name here, but the guy from New Paris, insert name here. Okay, so and then Clay Kurtz from South Bend, and then Eddie Hoffman, obviously.
Yeah, so definitely a stacked field.
God, I'm going to get hate mail for that.
You are.
It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Brown guy, enter in the comments here.
If I can find it, I'll put it in the video.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, put like right across the bottom here. This is who Chris was thinking of.
Yeah, we'll try that and make that work.
Okay, thank you.
That won't help our audio friends, but at least help our video friends.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can call you later when I look up the name, and you can just insert it in the audio.
Just insert the crazy dub over, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
like the Simpsons always did, usually joking when you're recording a thing, and then you would insert the audio. So, okay, back on track here.
Yeah, like if we ever get on track. So before we get to Paulie Jr.'s interview, a few people we want to thank, obviously, that help us put this show out for all of you. Dimmitt Race Videos, James Dimmitt. You can find all his stuff. I know he's still posting Showdown videos.
He's got a lot of work.
Yeah, he's still got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if he's got anything Bettenhausen related yet. So.
Good question, but he had some fun there at Bettenhausen Saturday.
He did. I hear through the grapevine.
I heard too.
That he actually got to do some announcing during street stock qualifying out there at Grundy County Speedway.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Sorry, James, I have to, but I think he was better at announcing than he was at racing.
Well, that's okay, you know.
Yeah. Announcing is safer.
True.
Usually.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the environment you're in, you know.
And I think James played it safe and announced everybody correctly, so he should be getting props for that.
That's good. So I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool to try out one time. Obviously, doing this whole.
That's all thing, you. I'm if I'm announcing, I'm not doing my job right.
Yeah. That wouldn't work. I can see you with the microphone and the camera, and I don't think.
Yeah, no,
think the coordination would work out.
No, I'm not that coordinated. Period.
So yeah, Dimmitt's crossing a few things off the list here towards the end of the year. So shout out goes out to him. So
we're gonna cross that off the list.
Cha-ching. Cross it off the list. So yeah, you can find all his videos, Facebook and YouTube. I'm sure he'll be getting to the Bettenhausen stuff here pretty soon once he finishes all the Showdown videos. I know he's got quite a few out there. So go ahead and check those out.
Yeah, there's a lot of racing the last few weeks.
Yeah, for sure. As for motorsports, you can find all their information on Facebook and Instagram. I think they are.
Yeah, you guys had a pretty good run on Saturday,
eighth place. Had to race his way in.
Yes, he did.
Just 2 spots out of being able to transfer on time, but had to race his way in. Won the qualifier.
He did.
That he was in and worked his way up. I know he got sent to the back one time late in the race.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure I have pictures of it
from the intel I was getting. But battled back to finish 8th. And definitely can't complain with how stacked the field was.
Yeah, with a field like that, 8th place is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, and prior to this, we'd never really completed more than 20 laps of a Bettenhausen. So you were involved in the infamous Bettenhausen of whatever year that was, weren't you? Yeah, I think that night we ended up in the backstretch wall. I believe that was that one. And most of the other cars. Yeah, the two that year and the year before, the year after, 2 years we ran it with Paul in the car. They kind of blend together a little bit, mainly because I think the car suffered the same fate.
The car kind of got blended
in both of them. So, but shout out to them. I think, like I said, they're done racing for the year. Still some car shows and some.
I'm sure you've got some events that will be posted on Facebook, Instagram, etc.
Yes. So we still got some of that. So check out those social media handles for S4 Motorsports there. Good Acre Photography.
Hey, that's me.
That is you. Hammer down.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, you can find all my stuff as soon as I win the fight with my computer and get it all done.
Apparently that hasn't been solved in the last week.
Well, it's right now there's kind of a grudging acceptance that I need to use it, but it's not going to work with me very well.
Between you or the computer?
Yes. But anyway, eventually all my stuff will be posted at goodacrephotography.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at goodacrephotography. This will be posted Wednesday night. So Shady Hill, as we record this on Tuesday, Shady Hill is finished uploading. Grundy will probably be up Thursday, Friday-ish. We took a lot of pictures this weekend.
Not you guys.
We took like 6,000.
6,000.
Okay, not quite that many. Feels like that many.
Well, yeah, especially when you're editing them all.
Yep. So, yeah, you can find our stuff. I will have on our Facebook page posted when everything is available. At some point, I might actually post something to Instagram. Maybe
every now and then.
Yeah, occasionally when I remember or when I forget that I'm logged into the photography account instead of my account and post something. Anyway, so yeah, that.
There you go.
That was a terrible commercial.
That was a pretty bad pitch.
I need a better PR person.
You got to work on your marketing skills.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty good with my marker skills.
Just missing a few letters, but okay. Also going to thank International Women's Motorsports Association. You find them on Facebook. I think they're also on Instagram as well. On IWMANation.com. Go there, check them out. Check their podcast out. That's up on their Facebook page. I think they're on Podbean now too.
I do remember seeing something about that.
Racing Girls Rocks, I believe, is something that they have going on there as well. So be sure to check them out. And then also Left Turn Graphics. And I tell you what, end of the year, you definitely want to say thank you to all your partners and sponsors.
Yeah, they got some specials going.
Helped you get through the season. So definitely take some time. Go check out Left Turn Graphics. Hit them up to get some good promotional and thank you items.
I think Melissa is actually planning a mission trip with Tony Eldridge from South Bend. I believe that is correct. Yep. I think next month.
I think they did one last year too.
Yeah, they did. We did a fundraiser at the track, and I think they've got an online fundraiser. So kind of tangentially related to Left Turn Graphics, but since it's all Melissa, it fits.
Yeah, and I've seen some information about that on South Bend Motor Speedway's Facebook page, I believe.
Yeah. So in between all the here's where we're going for the cruise. Right. I guess it's a destination this year as opposed to a cruise.
Right. So yeah, if you want to help out with the mission trip that they'll be going on, just check out the South Bend Motor Speedway Facebook page, and that should give you all the information and details if you're inclined to help them go on their way. That being said, our show here, you can find it on Podbean. Yeah. You can also find it on YouTube, iTunes. Like I said, we'll post the links to it on our Facebook page. You can also find us on Instagram as well. I saw Podbean today launched the live feature.
Okay. That's something we're going to be experimenting with in the off season.
Briefly talked about, so something we'll kind of have to look into, see if it's applicable to what we want to do going forward, and kind of see how that works out. So, but in the meantime, catch us on all the ways you've caught us before. Podbean, your favorite podcast app, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook.
Some weird aftermarket third-party podcasting app that I've never heard of that probably installed malware in your phone. But hey, if it's playing us, that's a good thing.
Whatever, as long as they're playing us, and I would say if we don't sound weird, but we sound weird anyway. So, whatever.
Well, yeah,
whatever.
We got faces for radio and voices for silent movies.
Oh, ouch. That seems like that should be like a title of a show or
probably
album title for a cover band or something. Man, I don't know. But anyways, with all that, we will now bid you adieu. And we will... What?
When did you getting all like fancy and pretentious on us?
Man, I gotta do something.
Not that.
I gotta spice up the show a little bit,
We had... Well, I guess
class the joint up.
This is still beforehand, but we will have Paul Shafer on here.
And we've rambled on and on, probably long enough, and you probably wanted to get to him about 15 minutes ago. So,
no, because we haven't been recording for 15 minutes.
Well, by the time I add in the intro,
I forgot about
15 minutes. So
maybe I should listen to the show.
That would help. That would help. I mean, I don't, but it's okay.
You have to listen to it repeatedly, and you partake in it.
And that's true. That's enough misery for 1 week.
Wait, that implies that it's miserable hanging out with me.
No, that's not necessarily what it is.
Okay, I'm going to pretend that that's what it means.
All right. Well, he's pretending that that's what that means. We will step aside for this week's episode, give you guys the interview with now two-time and consecutive
back to back.
Bettenhausen 100 winner, 58th Bettenhausen.
I believe Let's Go Days of Thunder, two-time and defending champion.
Paul Shafer Jr.
Yeah, not Rowdy Burns.
Not Rowdy Burns. He almost tripped me up, but we got it.
You really wanted to say Rowdy Burns. I really
wanted to just keep it going, but we didn't.
Oh, hey, you're ringing.
I am. So it means, wow. It means somebody upstairs might be tapped into some music, so can't edit that one out. But hopefully everybody's a Breaking Benjamin fan here.
Well, I'm going to say, I was kind of curious who was going to be the first one to have their phone go off on camera.
That would be me because it was still hooked up. So. That's pretty good. So
all right. So on that note,
hopefully everyone out there is a Breaking Benjamin fan, and if you have you have an opportunity to see.
Crap! Now we're going to get DCMA takedown notice from Facebook.
I don't think
from YouTube.
I don't think it played long enough to get that. So good times. So
all right.
With that, we're definitely going to step aside and let you listen to our interview with Bettenhausen winner 2019, Paul Shafer Jr. Enjoy. Yep. Chris, Illiana Stock Car Radio. How are you?
He picked up really fast.
I was ready.
He was on it, man.
I think Bechtel almost sent us to a voicemail last week.
Pretty damn close. All right, how you doing, bud?
Not too bad. Just tinkering on my GTO, hanging out in my garage.
Well, awesome. Well, always got to have something to tinker with, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, welcome back to the show. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been probably about a year, right?
Yeah, his hair's grown back.
Yeah, I'd say so. But yeah, you've been just about a year. Going having a little bit of deja vu. A two-time Bettenhausen winner now. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
So how does the second one feel? Does it feel any different than the first one?
A little bit. The first one, car was good. Everything was good. We just kind of, I don't want to say we went away with it, but our car was good and we were out front and we weren't really worried about it. You know what I mean? This year it was a little bit different, especially with the kid from Canada. He came and he was pretty good, and Eddie was all over me at the end. So it definitely a little bit different.
Sure. Now, I know like several of the other competitors that competed in the Bettenhausen, you kind of came to Grundy a little bit later in the season, ran a couple shows out there. Kind of was that the plan to kind of help you get ready for the Bettenhausen and build a notebook, especially with the new tire that they were on this year?
Yep, for sure. We wanted to kind of try it, once try it, and make sure that it wasn't going to be, 100% 180 from what we usually do. Otherwise, it'd be questionable if we could go or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we went out on 10-inch tires and tried that and tested for a day just to practice for some Midwest Tour stuff. And the car was really good, and we were really happy with it. So we decided to come back the next week with the 8-inch stuff, just go out, race it, and do a normal deal. And it was actually really good. We ended up fourth on that Friday, but like I say, it doesn't really show because the car was really good.
Right. Now, did you run that 8-inch tire at all this year, or was this kind of towards the end of the season, first time?
Yeah, the first time I ever ran it was that Friday night when I went and raced. So.
Right. So, I mean, don't know if you know or not, but that was pretty much a hot button topic out there all year.
Throwing him under the bus.
you don't say. No, this is the first I heard about it. I showed up and I never knew they were on a different tire. Nobody ever said anything. No. I don't know. I mean, it's just a tire. You know what I mean? We're all on the same thing, and. For a local racer, it is cheaper, so there is that side of things too.
Sure. Were there really any differences that you noticed, between the 10-inch stuff and then the 8-inch stuff?
Setup-wise, we didn't change anything, but feel-wise, I will say, from a driver's perspective, especially guys like me, guys like Baker, Danta, Eddie, those top-notch drivers that have bump stops and the car to do a little bit extra, you can tell. You get into the corner and the suspension is there, the chassis is there, the car is there, but then you can just feel the sidewall of the tire give out. And it just kind of, I don't want to say it sucks, but it's just, that's the limit. The limit is the tire, and you can tell. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that side of things is a little bit frustrating. But it does even up the field, and it helps some of the lower budget teams compete a little bit more against some of the top-notch teams. Right. So there's two sides to it.
Sure. Did you notice any more or less tire wear than the previous tire? Or?
It was real similar. I mean, throughout the run, it went away. It kind of leveled off, but not a whole lot different than the 45 tire that they ran last year. Our car was free, and at the end of it, it got freer and freer. So definitely a repeatable tire. You know what I mean?
Sure. Definitely consistency out of a Hoosier tire is pretty good. So, so talk about your weekend. Obviously, did you guys do practice on Friday there?
Yep. We practiced Friday. Car was decent. I mean, it wasn't great, but we didn't put tires on. I really liked the feel of the thing, but as far as the speed, the kid from Canada, Caden, I think his name is Caden Lapsevich. I always call him the kid from Canada.
Yeah, I think everybody was called him the kid from Canada.
Well, it kind of rhymes. Yeah. It kind of goes together, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it works out. But no, like I say, I mean, he was fast on Friday. I think he ran like a 5-something, and we were high 6s, low 7s. But I mean, I think he was on tires a little bit just because he hadn't been there before and didn't have the tires, that kind of thing. So we weren't on tires, so we were a little bit slower. So it's just a tick demoralizing on the speed charts side of things. But Saturday came around and it actually went pretty good. Qualifying was good. Qualified 8th, which put us like second row inside for starting. So, can't complain about that at all.
Yeah, exactly. Now going into this weekend, into the race, obviously being the defending winner, that give you any more, mental motivation to know, hey, I've been here before. I can just go and get the W.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit, it was kind of a lot of pressure. I mean, if you want me to be completely honest, I mean, I go on Facebook that Friday night and...
Well, there was your first mistake.
Yeah. I mean, there was a post that said, who's your pick? And everybody's commenting, Shafer Jr. I'm like, oh, me? You think I'm going to win? So, I mean, that was kind of cool, but it was definitely a lot of pressure. So, But like I said, the car turned out pretty good. We got to the lead pretty quick, and we ran away with it for a while. And then Caden got to me and got around me and pulled off about 10 car lengths. And at that point, I was just okay with running second. That was what it was.
Right.
But then he pulled to the infield with, I think, an ignition coil come off. And after that, it was me and Eddie. So, I mean, we've definitely raced together in the past through Illiana and Grundy and everything else. So,
right. I know I wasn't there, but I got quite the slurry of text message updates, kind of every caution there towards the end. And how do you handle restart after restart after restart, and trying to be perfect on every one?
Every restart was great except for the last one. That's the only one that wasn't really good.
The money restart, huh?
Yeah. The money restart, I hit pretty good, but Eddie hit it better. Mm-hmm. He started on the outside second row because they do leader by themselves, obviously. And he got an awesome restart and was right on me. And Chris, my crew chief, was spotting for me. And every lap I'd hear clear by 1, clear by half, clear by 1, clear by half, and it was just this constant like, okay, I'm not pulling away. I'm driving as hard as I can possibly drive, and I can't pull away, but he's still right there. So going to the last lap, I was expecting him to run in there pretty hard and get me kind of jacked up, but he didn't. So, I mean, that's always appreciated. You know what I mean? It's one of them things where you're kind of glad that he didn't. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, because he could easily just gone there and blast you and moved you out of the way.
Right, for sure.
And who knows? Maybe if it was a younger, more inexperienced driver, maybe they would have done it. But it being Eddie, a little more veteran experience, and obviously he's, like you said, you guys have raced together quite a bit. So I mean, he kind of knows what to expect from you, and I guess kind of repays that favor. I assume.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll probably race together in the future. So it's one of them things where, you try not to rattle the cage too much, because what goes around comes around type of thing,
Sure, absolutely. So we kind of touched on it a little bit before, about how this year's win compares to last year's win. Obviously, being the first one and now the second one.
I want to throw something out there real quick and ask Paul to retell the story he told in Victory Lane about seeing the Bettenhausen shirts.
Yeah, the Bettenhausen shirts are cool. I looked at the bottom and I'm like, there's my name. And then right above that, you see Baker twice. So it's like, yeah, man, it'd be cool to be like Baker. And, at the same time, you always think back to the Illiana days where Campbell won 2 in a row. And, I looked at a picture of the shirt. And I'm like, oh, look, Sontag's on there twice. And, there's a couple guys that are on there a couple different times.
I do make a good point. It seems like when somebody hits it, they hit it for a couple years in a row. Sontag there, Campbell, Ricky Baker, and now you. It definitely is trends to where it could be back-to-back winners. That's right. Crazy.
For sure.
And especially, I think it's even more so this year because, tires are different. So you kind of have to adjust for a little bit, take that into account and adjust for it. So maybe even more so impressive that you went back to back, given some different rules from year to year. So kudos.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty cool. Like I say, even the tires being different and all that good stuff. I mean, it's still pretty cool. And, the best guys always do rise to the top. That's why Eddie and me and Baker were always right there for sure.
Sure. So shift gears just a little bit. You've been part of the Kulwicki Driver Development Program this year. Kind of maybe for those not familiar with that program, kind of what have they had you doing this year? How has that process worked all year? And kind of what's left on the table for that program?
Yeah, so it ends October 1st, I believe, is the last date for the racing side of things. And then a couple banquets and things like that. But in terms of the season, their big thing is they want drivers to not only run good on the track, but also do things off the track. So service events and trying to help your local community, and also kind of what Alan Kulwicki was all about. Right. So that side of things is pretty cool. I did a little bit. I didn't do as much as I could have done or should have done, just because graduating college, starting a full-time job, all that kind of stuff
adulting got in the way.
Adulting threw a wrench in everything. So
hate when that happens.
That side of things was a little bit different. But like I say, it was a really cool program, and it was good to meet. I met Brett Yackey, last year's winner, out at the Dixieland. So that was kind of cool as well, just to kind of make those connections and see that kind of thing.
Sure. So what is the rest of the year look like for you, Paul?
Well, we're going to obviously run Oktoberfest, finish out the ARCA Midwest Tour. And then after that, we're going to maybe run the Derby. We've kicked it around a couple different times, and it's one of them things where we really, even though we won the Bettenhausen, we really don't have the car to go down there and run well. The Caden, the kid from Canada, he had a rowdy car, and I know when we go to the Derby, there's going to be 6 or 8 or 10 of them things. Add in a couple Fury cars and add in a couple Seneca cars. They're questionable on if you're going to make the race.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that race definitely brings out all the heavy hitters. Yeah. So if you aren't locked and loaded, you're up against the wall. That's for sure.
For sure. So we're still questionable on that. But definitely Oktoberfest. We're going to run Thursday night for the Futures race, Friday for the Trickle 99, and then Sunday we're going to run the 200. Still unsure on which car. We're going to take our white car, White Lightning, and then the black and white car, our Seneca car.
Now, is the car you won the Bettenhausen with this year the same as you won last year with, or is it a different car?
It is a different car.
So different tires, different cars. Yeah. You just driver, man, wheeled it.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned graduating college, getting a full-time job. What are you doing now?
So I work with my dad every day. I get to run heavy equipment and crush cars, and I'm starting to learn how to operate a crane and different things like that, just working in the scrap yards.
Having flashed back to the monster truck there, the Porter County Fair crushing cars?
Yeah. Yeah, similar but different, right?
Yeah, it's the same but different.
Yeah.
Pretty much the story of Chris's life.
Hey.
Oh, man. We just got to say again, congratulations on the Bettenhausen win. Definitely been kind of watching you, especially with the Kulwicki Driver Development stuff this year, and I know you're quite the fan favorite around here. People watching you and following you. That being said, you got anybody out there you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank my team and everybody like that. Chris Purdy, my crew chief, he's been a huge help. I mean, ever since I started, he's been basically the guy. He's been my crew chief since 2013, which is quite a long time in terms of racing. Usually it doesn't end up that long. And then I got to thank all my crew guys, Dave Billings, Mike Larson, Kim Larson, just everybody for helping me out. Like I say, without them, I couldn't do it. I just don't have the time, I don't have the ability, all that good stuff to do it myself. So without them, and then my dad for helping support me and that side of things.
Sure. Now, I know it's early, but I got to ask you, any idea what next season might look like yet for you?
Well, we're kicking around the idea of running the ARCA Midwest Tour again. It's just it's a question mark right now. It's one of them things where constant rule changes are all over the place. So we're not sure if we want to do that or just run the specials or the CRA deal, or it's definitely a question mark. We even kicked around the idea of running Grundy weekly just because, we run pretty good over there, and, it's something to have a little more fun.
Sure. Yeah, especially starting that adult life, you definitely want to do something to have some fun.
For sure. It's something just to keep keep us on our toes, all that good stuff. Just to have a little more fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know we definitely have fun talking to you, and
always,
and always interested to hear what you've got going on and have to say, and
always looking forward to me talking to Paulie about his car. Like when I get there early in the night, and he's always it's all right, and I think every time he's said that, he has just run away with it.
Right. Well, my old man always taught me. He said you always want to be humble. So, that's always a big thing. You never want to jump in and say, well, my car's great, this is the best car I've ever had, and then you won't win the race.
Yeah, then you'll usually back it in the fence and wide it up.
Right, exactly.
Well, Paul, definitely, again, congratulations, and thanks for taking a little bit of time out of your evening to talk to us.
Yep, thank you.
Awesome. We will catch you later, and hope you have a good night.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Paulie.